It's not who you know. It's what you know that matters. Information is a vital weapon on the 21st century battlefield. In a combat era where who knows wins, the RAAF Surveillance and Response Group are the eyes and ears of the largest island nation in the world. Australia needs to know what is happening well beyond the horizons to our north. Like a sentinel overlooking a giant moat, Surveillance and Response Group uses aircraft, ground-based sensors and unique over-the-horizon radar systems to form a web of electronic tripwires thousands of kilometres from our shoreline. This diverse force element group was formed early in 2004, following the merger of Surveillance and Control and Maritime Patrol groups. All the Air Force's air surveillance assets were brought within this two-edged force element group. It retains the combat capabilities of maritime warfare, able to destroy targets on the sea and under it, hunting with hard-won skills in air and space surveillance. In 2004, the group took on the development of surveillance and reconnaissance and electronic capabilities. Watching over the continental approaches and Australia's interests around the globe is a huge job even with the best technology. Surveillance and Response Group involves more than 2,100 personnel. They're spread across the country, from the group headquarters to the squadron cockpits. In Number 41 Wing, Air Defence, Number 44 Wing, Air Traffic Control, Number 92 Wing, Maritime Operations, and 42 Wing, Airborne Early Warning and Control. Headquarters Surveillance and Response Group is based at RAAF Base Williamtown near Newcastle. They are responsible for providing a skilled workforce, developing the group's capability and managing its technical and business development. Number 41 Wing is also at Williamtown, commanding air defence operational and training units. Spanning Australia, these units include Number 3 Control and Reporting Unit and Surveillance and Control Training Unit, located in Williamtown. 114 Mobile Control and Reporting Unit is located in Darwin, and 1 Radar Surveillance Unit in Adelaide. Sometimes from an airbase, sometimes from a camouflaged forward position, the control and reporting units provide fast jet crews with the bigger picture, putting them on target and watching their backs in the fight. Surveillance and Control Training Unit trains these specialist air combat officers and air surveillance operators to conduct air battle management and surveillance operations. 41 Wing Headquarters oversees its subordinate units, allocating the tasks in continuous wide area surveillance, airspace control, and managing the air battle during operations. Number 44 Wing, headquartered at RAAF Base Williamtown, commands 11 air traffic control detachments across Australia. 44 Wing also commands the Air Traffic Control's Technical Ground Electronic Services workforce. Through its detachments, this wing also provides airfield and radar control services to Navy and Army. From a busy military and civilian airport, such as Darwin or Townsville, to a battered runway in Baghdad, to a remote helicopter base in East Timor, air traffic controllers have provided safe airspace in complex circumstances of peace and conflict around the world. 44 Wing personnel have been actively involved in a number of recent operations in Sudan, East Timor, Iraq, the Middle East, Solomon Islands and Indonesia. Headquartered at RAAF Base Edinburgh, Number 92 Wing was the first maritime wing in the history of the Royal Australian Air Force. 92 Wing commands 2 flying squadrons, Numbers 10 and 11 Squadrons, a training unit, Number 292 Squadron, an operational detachment at Butterworth, Malaysia, and a number of operational support and development elements. The 11 Squadron motto says it all: to shepherd or destroy. The long-range AP-3C Orion aircraft take up 92 Wing's combat roles. Often on patrol for 12 hours at a time, the flying squadrons watch over the Indian and Pacific Ocean approaches, monitoring surface and submarine activities and feeding their information into Australia's web of intelligence knowledge. The Orion is named after the great Greek hunter, and if a threat must be destroyed, the aircraft are equipped with anti-submarine torpedoes and Harpoon anti-shipping missiles. The Wing is also responsible for conducting long-range intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance missions in support of Australia's national interests worldwide. While 92 Wing meets Australia's need to know, many a lonely sailor has been glad to know Surveillance and Response Group was watching the vast empty oceans that surround our country. When a distress call is heard at sea, 92 Wing is capable of launching search and survivor supply missions throughout Australia's vast region of responsibility. Number 42 Wing reformed in 2006 and is located at RAAF Base Williamtown. The Wing will deliver the wedgetail, airborne early warning and control capability for the Air Force. Knowing what's going on is important. Controlling and using that knowledge is vital. Wedgetail will coordinate independent air and support operations at sea and on land with airborne systems that can weld troops, vehicles, ships and aircraft into a powerful network. Number 2 Squadron will support the 737-based aircraft and project at Williamtown. The airborne early warning and control jets represent an entirely new capability for Australia, providing a platform that will gather information from a wide variety of sources, analyse it and distribute it to all friendly air and surface forces. Wedgetail will control the battle space from above, providing direction for fighter aircraft, ships and land-based elements, as well as supporting other aircraft, including tankers and surveillance aircraft. The motto of Surveillance and Response Group is Foremost Sentinel. These words sum up the key contribution the group makes in the protection of the Australian continent and its national interests as the early warning and response capability of the Australian Defence Force.